Hiya Tim, what are you doing?
Just unplugging this. In fact, I'm glad I've seen you. You're a bit of a sceptic on this electric truck job, aren't you?
I'm not a sceptic, I like to just sit on the fence.
Well, hey, got electric LF here. In fact, I've got a really good idea. Why don't you go out and drive it while I put this back here?
You're on.
Okay, mate. Let's. Have you driven a truck before?
Once or twice.
Okay then. Right, go on.
It does go well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What about the batteries?
This is what gets me about this thing, mate, is the fact that everybody talks about the batteries, you know, what are they? As if there's only one battery set of batteries. There's tons of different chemistries for batteries, whereas here, on this vehicle, it's got LFP, which is iron phosphate. And there's two main reasons for that. Is LFP have got some characteristics. First of all, they're a little bit less temperature sensitive. So again, you know, they can take a little bit more higher voltage, but they, on the other side of it is, they're less energy dense. But for us on trucks, it seems to be a nice trade-off between the two.
We know that they're heavier, but what sort of adaptation, and what I mean by that, is there any sort of dispensation the government can give us about extra payloads or anything like that, or is that a bit of a no-go area?
Well, I mean, we've got the alternative fuel thing where, you know, it was an 18-tonner and this is a 19-tonner, so we've got a ton there that we would that we don't get. But I think we need at least a couple of tons.
Well, I tell you what is interesting. I mean, I know the ideal environment, the best for this vehicle is in sort of an urban environment. But here we are, we're on the motorway, we're doing 56 miles and 90 kilometres an hour. And it's no different, apart from being a lot quieter.
No, that's it.
And modern trucks are quiet by comparison anyway, but this is just unbelievable.
Correct. No, I think that, and that's the beauty of it, mate.
And I dare say the technology that vehicles are adapting now, particularly we're talking about the battery technology. I mean, obviously batteries are being constantly developed.
Of course they are.
And what we're talking about now, I dare say, in another 2 years, 3 years, won't be the same sort of batteries we've got on now.
Like it's evolving. It's and that's the big thing. It's just like we did with diesel engines, Euro 1, Euro 2, Euro 3. You know what I mean? And so, you know, this is what gets me. People, you know, are quick to ridicule, but hey, there is a place for it.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it comes. You know, operators are going to have to fully understand the business, fully understand what routes are going to be best suited for these types of vehicles. But it's a change. I mean, it's a revolution, isn't it?
Of course, it is. Correct. Exactly. And that's it. You're right, mate. It's not an evolution. It's a revolution.
I tell you what I'm noticing. I mean, we've been out, we've done a few miles.
Yeah.
And I'm constantly just glancing down at where the battery charge is. I'm constantly just and it's making my sort of style of driving maybe a little bit more considerate.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about what I'm doing. I'm thinking about how I'm driving. I mean, it's a little bit different on my motorway when we're doing full speed, but I notice I'll probably be more aware of it when we're in an urban environment.
Yes.
And I want to get back. I don't want to have to be called somebody out. But again, that's what we're talking about. Range anxiety, isn't it? It's exactly the same with a car. What about range, Tim? What about range?
Yeah.
I know it's all dependent on weight, what you're doing at work.
Yeah.
Well, what do we think?
About 185 miles. So,
really?
Yeah. This sort of vehicle, first of all, it's exactly what it should be, which is a day cab.
Yeah.
Which means you're not going out, you're not sleeping out, or
you're
not tramping or anything like this.
Yeah.
This is a case of this electric vehicle goes out in the morning, you know, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, comes back at 5 o'clock, and then comes back to base, and then it can charge up there. I mean, we're talking what, 282. If you had a DC charger of 50 kilowatts, you can do that in 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
If you had, what I would recommend is really an AC charger, a 3-phase AC charger at 22 kilowatts.
Yeah.
You can do that basically in about 10, 11 hours. This is made for electric vehicles. Urban, zero tailpipe emissions. You know, what more can you want? A nice little town here, which is perfect for electric vehicles. You don't want diesels coming along here.
You can say, obviously, when you say with zero emission, you know, I mean, just giving people a little bit of consideration. Yeah. You know, for the air quality in general is great, but just people just sat there, having a nice afternoon,
like we should be doing.
Yeah,
really. We're starting. We could be doing deliveries to the shops. We could do everything like that. So, you know, this is where this vehicle should live. And you're doing a lot of stop-start, Matt, aren't you? And you're putting some regen back into the battery as well.
Indeed, regenning.
Yeah,
we've been good neighbours, aren't we? We've been good, you know.
Yeah, this is what it's all about, mate.
We're only really at the start of this. What we're seeing now and what we're experiencing now is just the start of it. When we look at, and as you say, what we're looking at in 20 years' time, even 5 years' time, probably even less, is not what we're looking at now.
No. It's the beginning, and you've got to look at the horizon, and that's, in a lot of cases, that's what my job is, to look at, where we're going, what we're doing. Please don't let you think that everything's perfect. It isn't perfect, but I'm sure we're going towards perfection over the next 10, 15, 20 years. Cars and vans, boring. They're done. They're going electric. That's the end of it. But really and truly, they're batteries and they're done. The fun starts with trucks.